What's up, everyone? We are back. It's been a while. But that's okay. We're here now. And we got a lot to go over here. The documentation that is my life. I would love to write a memoir one day. I'm kind of already doing that in certain ways, obviously, in like videos and stuff like that. But I would love to. I'd love to document it a little bit more concisely. Working on that. So, slowly but surely. But anywho, let's dive into this because we got a lot of shit to go over. And I'm trying to get to bed at a reasonable hour. So, let's just chill out and I get this camera on a good spot there. Let's chill out and let's talk about some things. I got a lot of shit to cover. We'll obviously go through some things. We'll throw some things in the chat. If anybody rolls through, has questions about anything that we're doing here, by all means, ask me. But I like to talk about the things that I've going on in my life, so that's why I do these. So welcome and enjoy, I guess. So here we go. Way back Friday. I don't even know when the fuck this was. I think it was like Friday, May 28th, something. It was weeks ago. Had to have been 28th, I believe. So that was a while ago. Yeah. It was a minute ago, for sure. And, no way. Friday the 21st? Holy fuck. Seriously? It was a long time ago. Yeah, all right. So way back then, we promoted AM and PM. We organized some files, and I'll, again, always drop some links in here just for reference of the things that I talk about here. Very proud of a lot of the shit that we have going on. We're building it up. AM the PM podcast. This music's a little loud, but on my end at least. But AM and the PM promoted that way back when. We organized some files. This computer just gets overran with shit. I'm doing these podcasts every single week and just a lot of stuff there. So try to stay organized. I think that's extremely important. Worked a lot on the MJS site. I think as we go through these, I'll probably hit on a bunch of things because I've definitely worked on. I can't even remember what the hell it was I worked on that day because it was so long ago, but we did that. We're starting to get a little nicer out in the Pittsburgh area, so we definitely, I think we did some tanning outside. Didn't really do anything, just kind of sat in the heat, so that was something. This is actually kind of funny. One day down the line, it'll be interesting to see where I'm at. Oh, God. How you doing, man? What's going on? Surprised you're not streaming right now. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. But it's going to be really interesting one day to kind of look back and see like if my shoulder still exists because it's been fucked up for a little bit now. And I think it was subluxated, I think is what it's called, where it like kind of pops out and pops back in. And it happened a long time ago at this point now. I mean, probably like a month, 2 months. And it hasn't been really right since, but it's a good point. You're watching though, but so my shoulder was like subluxated, and it's literally popped in and out, like during hockey games and stuff like that. Probably about like 3 or 4 times since then. So not good. So I've been doing some research on like kind of how to strengthen that. I guess because I just got weak shoulders. Because the other one was messed up too. But interestingly enough, later down the line here, not at this point, because this is so long ago at this point, because it's been a while, my right shoulder was messed up, and I have been rehabbing that a little bit. So, yeah. You are a real one. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you. But, yeah. So, shoulder research. Did that. We're looking at that. It's a pain in the ass. I need to be a little more durable, I guess, on certain things. Probably just go to the gym. That'd be a good idea. But I have started to do that too, actually. I think I've been to the gym like 3 times in the past like week. So we're working on a couple things. A lot going on. So, and again, way back here, this weeks ago, had club championships here in Pittsburgh. That was decent. Good run. Good time. Great tournament, great people. Always fun there. It was a wild weekend. Amanda and I actually made a podcast about it the following week there on AM and the PM about like how fucking crazy my weekends are, and kind of hers as well at times. But literally on that Saturday, or on the Sunday actually, but Saturday and Sunday, like I worked at Ray's, which was across the street from where the tournament was being held, and then I played a game. I think I played 2 games on Saturday night, and then basically showered and went to sleep. Then I woke up on Sunday. I worked at Ray's. I left Ray's to go play a game at 11. We won that game. I went back to Ray's and worked. Then I came back and played another game, and we lost. And then I went and hung out with Amanda and got some food and stuff like that. It was just crazy, like, nonstop. Yeah, talk shit. Yeah, no, it was a fun tournament. It's nice to play at a high level and stuff like that, and just play on big rinks, and can't be too mad at just being there and being a part of it. But yeah, I mean that's just one of those things, at least for me, where it just shows how fucking crazy at least my weekends can get, and just people that are, I don't know, like just have some other fucking thing going on, like another gig on the weekend there, because it's been my life for a very long time. It's hard to get off for those types of things, but hopefully in the future that will change. Hopefully very recently, very, very soon. God's roster, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to get on there. Working on it. You just got to keep working. A lot of good talent out there, so we'll see. I made some cool ball hockey things here. I was working on. I don't fucking know what day it was, but we'll get to that as well. So. Then on Monday, we jump back into it. I love Mondays at this point because there's no work, no like Ray's work or whatever. We come out of the weekend, we just start flying. It's always good for me. So we did our finances, bookkeeping, stuff like that for the business. Set up this UPS underneath my desk. It's which is fucking fantastic because it's already been triggered like at least 3 times, because the power grid in southwestern Pennsylvania, at least where I live, is literally made out of I tweeted it today, it's made out of fucking paper mache. It goes out when it's a drizzle outside, and then even sometimes when it's not raining. It's like the worst thing in the world. Like, I don't know who to blame, Duquesne Light or just like the shitty infrastructure of this country. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Literally goes out all the time. And I have this shit here, and I'm like, yeah, I need to buy something. So I bought that. I was like $160, and it just sits there. It just plugs into the wall, and it's awesome because the power didn't go out. But it was funny today. I was working and the power went out. It didn't even go out. It just like flickered. And I heard it go on, and then it ended up, going right back off. But my computer, was fine and everything like that. Didn't turn off, didn't get messed up. But I was working on a website, and I didn't realize that thing is not powering the internet, the router and such, the network. So I was like, yeah, that's I lost internet anyway for at least like a few minutes or whatever. Not the end of the world, but it's something to consider if you're gonna get that. But appreciate you, brother. Take it easy. Yeah, so UPS set that up. Cleaned my floor, actually. I don't know why the fuck I did that, but just hardwood floor gets dusty. You gotta clean that shit. And then the day before that, this was a rough weekend, whole time around here. I got a fucking nail in my tire, and I had to go get it fixed. So I did that on that Monday too. It was a pretty seamless process, but we couldn't plug it. Like, we had to have them plug it from the inside. It was crazy. I watched this documentary, Saving Capitalism. I want to kind of get, I want to post some more links in here. There it is, right there. Oh, okay. I'm watching. Cool. That's it right there. There we go. But if you haven't seen this documentary and you have Netflix, I would highly recommend it. It's pretty interesting. I can't even remember fully at this point, the whole, I know that there was this one guy that was part of the Clinton administration. He was Secretary of Labor, I think. And he talked a lot about just kind of how the country was and still is, and how it's going and all that sort of stuff. And it was an interesting take, and I wish I could remember more of it, but you should watch it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Then I had dinner with Amanda, filmed AM and the PM, played some hockey, got a car wash, simple shit. It's kind of like my to-do list of all the things that I've done. You know, Tuesday rolls around. I had to buy something for my dad on Amazon or whatever. Did a lot of client work. I'd love to show more of that. I'm not going to show that right now, though. What I will do is I'll just throw this up there because I do, when I say client work, a lot of the times it is website designing. So this is my web development company here. If you want to check that out, I do have, you know, some bunch of different websites that I built here. And this is just kind of the start of it because there's a lot more in the pipeline right now. I have at least three or four that I'm working on for people. So I enjoy it. I know that I build high quality websites, and I could literally talk for hours and hours and hours about fucking websites at this point because I've had, especially in the last month, like more experience with like the actual idea and concept of having a website for a business than I have, you know, in a long time. Like, I mean, I've been building the websites, you know, I've been doing that, but I'm gonna tell you this. This is a good piece of advice, honestly. If you are somebody that wants to have a business, you know, like with, you know, a website and a proper thing and everything like that. I'm working on this course thing, and it kind of goes by the wayside because I bounce in and out of different things. But seriously, fucking consider the value of having a good website, because I've seen so many, and I've started to fuck with like Shopify a little bit, and I was fucking with Wix the other day. Like, I just want to kill myself when I work with those things. So like, I'm not saying that they're not great, they're not like decent tools, but like I build in WordPress and I show like, you know, kind of, you know, some of the things that I use here. And if you're not familiar with the platform, it's not gonna make any fucking sense. But trust me that the amount of stuff that you can do with this platform specifically, and the way that I build websites and things like that, like there's just a lot of shit that you can do, and it's really worth it if you're interested in websites to go down this road and start playing around with it. And even if you're just a business, like, don't just like automatically assume that you could build a good website for your business. You know, maybe consult somebody that knows what to do. I don't know. I think that's generally a good idea. But I think one thing I'm going to say about this real quick is, from all that, I'm going to try, like, I like this website. I like how I've built it out. Like, not everything, obviously, like there's a couple things that still need worked on and things, but generally, I think what I want to target people that have been in business for a while, and I want to say, hey, if you're a business and you have a website already or you never had one, I'm going to build you a really good website. It's going to be like custom in a sense that it's not going to look like any other specific, you know, other templated bullshit or whatever. You're going to have all the design you're going to have all the flexibility in the world. Cause like, I'll give you, for instance, if you go and you do a Shopify site right now, that's great. Cool. Like, you can sell products on there and you can make money. You know, if you can drive people there, you can, you know, they'll buy it. Works great for that. You can't fucking make a page like this. This is just me ranting at this point. You can't make like a page that has other things on it. Like, you couldn't make something like this where only the home page is really like customizable. The other page is literally just like you text and pictures. Like, it's just, I was blown away. I was like, what the fuck is this? And when you look at all the other like Shopify websites out there, they're the same way. It's so weird. I don't get it. It's like all they think about is the products. Like, you might want to put other shit on your website. Like, just rant over, but it's just so weird. So, point is that I love building websites. I've done a lot at this point, and you know, if you ever have any questions, let me know. But it's just a fucking crazy. It's a crazy space because like, I don't feel like people don't like think what should a good website be. Like, should it just be products? Like, no, I mean, you might want to have some more shit on there. I think people might care about, you know, other things that you have going on and such. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with that. But I also started building a rental portal, you know, because I want to get into real estate at some point. My parents have a couple rental units, and working on getting that going, because that would be sweet to have people be able to pay online with that. That's a cool idea. But yeah, so working on that. If it ever gets done, I'll obviously showcase it here. Then we played some hockey and did the special calendar for Rays, because that's my job. As my LinkedIn says, I'm the IT director there. That is one of my roles. So that's kind of funny. You know what? Fuck it. Real quick, I want to talk about LinkedIn too, because you see this This is, you see how that switched to my story there? I don't know when I did this. I bet you it's somewhere on this list, but real quick, I'm just going to talk about this. So LinkedIn is such a cool platform that I don't use enough really anymore, but I beefed it up like pretty well. So it's like my profile and stuff looks good, but I don't post on enough. This is pretty cool how they did a couple things here where they made it like creator mode. So it talks about certain things, shows your followers, stuff like that. Random little things, nothing crazy. Oh, almost just cramped my leg. That story thing there where it changed to my story, like I filmed a 30-second video, almost like a profile video cover story is what they're calling it. I like looked around and like nobody else has done that yet. It's very weird. So I want to say I was kind of a pioneer of the cover stories on LinkedIn. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I try to beef this out, and this is just, like I said, this is my whole thing here with everything that I kind of got going on as far as business and professional stuff and all that sort of stuff is concerned. But I don't treat it like professionally. It's not like that. It's just like a little bit more centered around professional shit, but it's like just anything business related. So, and the other thing I did recently too was I made a Szymanski Media page because I have all these different brands going on here, and it's awesome. But I also want to try to start pulling myself not away from things, but I want to make it so Szymanski Media isn't necessarily just me per se. And like I've kind of been doing some consulting under that, brand. So just doing a lot of different things. And obviously we got Find a Tech, we got Fueled by Progress, AM and the PM, stuff like that. Like I said, down here, Ray's Restaurant IT Director. Moved my way all the way up from bus boy to cashier, line cook, IT Director. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so we're on that. And my shoulder hurts because I subluxated it again today. Anywho, Wednesday, I got these Knapper shoes. Okay. I got these ball hockey shoes. And that's crazy. Canadians. Nice. But I got these shoes here, right? These ball hockey shoes right here. And the insoles of these things, I don't think they have a picture of them. The insoles, not the bottom. These shoes have come a long way. Like they used to be way shittier and fuck up in other ways. But like the insole part where your foot sits, it's literally made out of, I don't even know, like, again, paper mache type of thing. It just rips pretty quickly. So I told them, I was like, yo, I sent them pictures of like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes that I have that all are messed up on the insole. I'm like, yo, guys, listen, I love your shoes. It's come a long way, but can you please fix this? And they're messaging me back like, oh yeah, hey, we'll definitely upgrade the insoles next iteration, and just know that you're going to be a part of the, people that made the shoe. But I'm like, okay, cool. And I actually told them about like NBHL and the stuff we have going on. And they didn't say anything about that, so I guess they maybe know about that. But I don't know. It's an interesting company that's out of Canada there for ball hockey. And they must sponsor certain people, but I don't know, man. It's this space especially, I don't see enough from people. I just saw there's like a few competing deck hockey brands at this point now, deck hockey like equipment brands and stuff. And I feel like I feel like they could do a better job at building like a brand ambassador program. And I'm going to show you the brand ambassador program that I'm building for FBP here in a second. I don't know. I just have more ideas than people sometimes, I guess. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want more people. Like, you can make this fucking shit like the NHL. I guess, I don't know if they don't think it's worth it at this point or what, but just a lot of weird stuff. Like, just get your products in front of people and put them in hands of good players and things like that. And I'm not saying me, I'm saying anybody. Like, there's a lot of fucking great talent in that league and across the country. Like, I just don't get it. I feel like they could be doing a lot more on that front. So we'll see what happens. I bought, I think it's Definity. It's a crypto. And I want to talk about crypto real quick because I've talked about it a couple of streams, like, in the past and earlier this year a little bit. that shit is like, that shit will literally kill you. Like, it's really good and it's gonna be really good, but I would literally die if I was like paying as much attention as I was before, because my portfolio just keeps going up and down, mainly down recently because of like all the craziness and all of the FUD and all this and that. But it's such a weird market because like you could make a lot of money if you just know how to swing like that, but that's not something that I want to do. I'm more of a buy and hold guy, but I want to know where the opportunities are to like buy and hold, and and I want to get into a market early. And I think that we're fucking early as shit on this right now. Let me look at the market cap of the market. I haven't seen it in a while. What are we at? 1.4, 1.5. So that's pretty low. I mean, we were close to 2 trillion at one point. And this is just again coin market cap. We've been on here before, but I mean, as far as crypto is concerned, it's something that I'm still like invested in, but like just this fucking Bitcoin price, man, just the whole market cap of the fucking market. Like the market cap of the market obviously hasn't like gone crazy, but it's just, oh God, it's like, dude, this is so annoying. Like, look at this tank, and it's all manipulation. Like it's not like anything changed with Bitcoin. It's not like it's fundamentally any different. It's not like people are actually less interested in it. It's the fucking whales. Like people came in right here. This is literally what happened. Let me show you this in a three month. No, that's I guess that's a decent one. People came in up here when it was when it was going up. Let's do a year. It's riding up. People started coming in here, and then people are like, oh fuck. The whales are like, oh fuck, we want to get in, but we want to drive this price down. So they're driving it down. They're selling. Other people are obviously selling out because they see the price going down and they're scared and they don't want to lose their money. And then because they put in too much that they had, that they didn't want to lose, and they get scared because they thought the fucking thing only goes up. And then now we're in this type of position where it's like, oh hey, price went down a little bit. But the thing is the same. It's fundamentally the same. Nothing has changed. You have Elon fucking tweeting every single day about bullshit or whatever. And let me just show you this real quick. I don't want to make this whole thing about crypto, but I do want to show this chart because I saw this around this time, with crypto and everything, and I was messing with this and everything. And this is called a Wyckoff distribution, and I don't know everything about this, but it's literally like. It literally lines up basically exactly with what we've seen recently on the ups and the downs and the whole market and everything like that. And it's just total manipulation. Look it up more. There's some great videos, especially on YouTube, obviously about this. But just know that it's still not a bad time. It's actually a great time to get into crypto because it's not going to go much lower than this. Like, it's not going to go to fucking zero. They're going to try to squeeze everybody out completely, and then they're going to continue to fucking buy back in. Now, the only thing that you could say is like, I mean, there's certain people that aren't going to sell, and I have no reason to sell my shit, but you got to be careful how much you fuck people, I think, because, these people are just fucking greedy. But they also, unfortunately control everything. And by those people, I mean the people with all the money, AKA whales. So that's it for crypto because I haven't fucked with it in a while. I pretty much just bought, and I saw this start all happening. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to hold everything because I know that if I start selling shit, it'll probably end up going back up or whatever. So I'm just going to hold everything. I'm not going to invest any more money in right now because even though I like to say buy the dip, like I was also starting to get a little too over leveraged when I was like buying all the stuff. So I'm just going to hold. I'm not going to sell because that would be stupid. We're not going to sell at a loss. Because I have full faith that now, 1 month, 2 months, a year, it's going to be worth way more. It's how it's going to work. Everything is up and to the right. It goes down. It goes like this. It's a roller coaster, but it's up and to the right. So that's where we're at on that. But we bought some of that. I don't even know what that's fucking valued at. I thought that was going to be a really good project. Probably still is, but probably not tomorrow. Probably in a month, year time, whatever. We got time. We're doing other shit. So, emailed a client, been doing a lot of like client work, like I said, processed AM and the PM, played some basketball, been trying to like do some, other stuff other than hockey, gym, basketball, things like that. and just by myself, like just shooting some hoops. I'll go up to the park. I'll say, okay, I'm going to shoot like 30, 40, 50, or 60 buckets. And it takes me a fucking while because I don't hit every fucking shot. So, but it's fun though. I enjoy that. Running around, getting a little variety as far as the, activity is concerned. Dinner with Amanda, and actually did some yoga with Amanda. That was nice. There's this one like position where like if you lay down almost chest to the floor, stick your arms out, that hurts my shoulders like a motherfucker. So yeah, gotta continue to work them out because they are fucked. But yeah, way back on whatever Thursday this was, posted that special calendar. So this is actually a funny story. I'm gonna bring this up because this is a good tip, and I don't say it. I've said it before, but it was a long time ago probably. When I started all this like MJS stuff, so like if you look on, we'll pop over here for a second. If you look at, MarkJosephSzymanski.com, I'm trying to get Mark J. Szymanski, but I don't know what the fuck the deal is there. It just redirects to a fucking search engine, and they don't have the domain, so I don't know what the fuck the deal is. But if you look up MarkJosephSzymanski.com, okay, you have all this stuff. You should check all this stuff out: resources, consulting, courses, all that sort of stuff. But if you look right here, take your pick of. Zooming in too much. Take your pick of social media. Each one of these is like the username is Mark J. Szymanski. I was lucky enough to have all of that on there, and I went and I got it all. So fantastic. But this is important, I think, and this is something that I really stress when I'm like building a brand for somebody or helping somebody build a brand or consulting, whatever, or building one of mine. I want to pick something that is obviously not taken. It's not trademarked. Ideally, it's not taken as a business name in the thing or whatever. This is different because this is my name, but it's still important because it's just consistency and cohesion, like across the board. Type in Mark J. Szymanski, Mark Joe Szymanski, like you'll find me. That's the branding, MJS, that sort of shit. But it's funny because when I first started out, like when I first started with like this idea of like having like a brand and stuff, I had other usernames obviously in other accounts. So like I had an Instagram, it was Mark Szymanski 11, and I was like, I'm gonna have two Instagrams. Like I'm gonna have this one for like whatever, like almost like a Finsta, but not like a Finsta, like just like my personal, and this is my professional. Look, that's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. I'm gonna tell you what. Like if you're gonna be if you want to at all be like a influencer, I don't really like to call that myself that. I like that term. I don't like what it's become. Because it's real fucking stupid in some senses, like influencer, but you just influence people to do stupid shit. Like, you're not a positive influencer. Regardless, you gotta only have one, like one for you, one for each brand. I'm not saying like one Instagram for like 17 different things that you're doing that all don't have anything. Like I have one for Fuel by Progress, one for me, one for Find a Tech, one for AM and PM, like that makes sense, but not for yourself. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense because there's no way you can really do it if you want. But I'm just telling you, it was an incorrect decision for me at first, and then I quickly realized that this is just stupid. I'm not even posting over there. So I did that. I cleaned it up a little bit more. It was already pretty clean, but I wanted to I just realized, I don't know what it was. Like I realized it was like I still had it on Twitter or something, and like it wasn't like blacked out and everything. So I'm squatting on those names still because I like Mark Szymanski 11. I have that domain and stuff. It's almost like I almost think of it like as like if another random aside, super random, and kind of I'll circle back because I put up an Instagram story today, which you should follow me on Instagram, about Trevor Bauer, who is a pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This will make sense in a second. He has a vlog on YouTube, and I keep getting it recommended to me. And I was like, fuck it, I'll watch one. So I watched one. It's great. Like, it's decently produced. Like, I mean, I'm sure he has somebody cutting things together. Like, it's not like bad by any means. It's good quality, everything. And it's cool to see like the life of a Major League Baseball player, for instance. I don't even like fucking baseball, but it's cool to see that. I thought, the league would benefit from that. Any league would benefit from their players doing that and from them incorporating more of that shit. But I don't know if they'll do that because they're fucking behind most of these places. Like, they're not like innovative. They're just fucking, oh yeah, we're just doing whatever we do and we make money from it. Whatever. Yeah, keep selling fucking stupid commercials on for fucking random shit on TV. Whatever. Anyway, total aside there. But I was thinking on that, and that made me think also, like, I don't think any NHL players really do that. That would be kind of cool because, like, the National Hockey League is a little weird with that too. Like, nobody. I've looked at this before, and I'm probably just gonna bring this up here. Actually, yes, perfect timing. I was looking at Mark Szymanski 11, and when I got that initially, I was like, well, it just redirects to my website. But it'd be really cool to have like a website devoted to, like, I thought at one time like hockey, like my personal website and stuff like that. I'm not that fucking narcissistic that I really need to have a full website for that. So, but what I do have is, I this day back on this whatever Thursday this was, I took a picture of myself like in my shirt, my jersey, and I like just edited out the background and shit, and I sent it to them, like the NBHL people, so they could put it on the website. I don't know if they're gonna fucking do that, whatever though, because I made my own fucking thing because that's what I do. So if you go to my website and you go to this link here. So what I did was I have this page on my website, just called Ball Hockey or whatever. But I have, my picture here, and I got my name and number, all that sort of stuff. This exact thing here, this layout almost is stolen directly from like basically what the NHL website looks like, because that's what you do. You take good designs from elsewhere. And I did all this sort of stuff, pretty cool in my opinion. And then I don't really have like the stats integrated because that's obviously over on the other website, and I don't know how to fuck with the API and stuff like that for that, but just simple shit. Just because I was playing around, because I thought this would be like a cool little section of a website to have. And name, birthplace, like all this little silly stuff here, a little summary or whatever. And then I have my stats section. So if you click on any of these links, it goes to that page. At each one of these ranks, and you can or leagues or whatever, and you can see you click on this, goes over to my stats page over here on the NBHL. So there's that, and then similarly with all these other ones. And then I got some photos down here, and this is kind of what made me think of this too, is with the NBHL and like club championships and stuff like that, they've been taking some good pictures, and like obviously I don't have any fucking like good things that I was doing in any of these. Like I look like kind of silly. Actually this was like right before an assist, I think, or whatever. But like the kind of, it's just kind of an interesting, concept here that, like people are taking these pictures or putting them on Facebook and shit like that. Let me go ahead and archive them somewhere that is about hockey in a way, right? So yeah, whatever. And for some reason these aren't like full resolution off of Facebook. I don't know. Facebook must limit the shit that you can post. I don't know. Anyway, this is what we got. So this is kind of cool, I think. I have some videos, but videos are harder to come by because not many people like take videos, or you're taking it from a stream or some shit, and it's just like kind of rough. So this is just blank right now. I might throw some in here at some point. That would kind of be cool. Just because why the fuck not? And then this section is really cool in my opinion, because I could make money from this if somebody would just click on this shit. So, but like this is the stuff that I use, and it's just like helmet, mouth guard, whatever. And I have all my gear over on that other page for all this shit on my desk and all this other stuff or whatever. But this is just like the hockey equipment I use. And honestly, I'm not expecting people to come on here and be like, oh wow, Mark uses fucking these fucking knee sleeves or whatever. Click this because I want to be like Mark. That's not what I'm expecting. The actual utility of this is so I just know what the fuck I use, because I used to have, and I still have it like somewhere, like I have a document because I'm just a crazy person, I guess you could say, and like I would like to know specifically what kind of gloves I'm using, because it's very easy to forget and like not remember what this is or what kind of elbow pads these are or whatever. And I have that in a document, so when the shit gets shitty, I can just go and I can buy it. Like I remember what it is and I can go and buy it. So that's kind of like a reason that I have this here as well, just as like a little reminder. But the idea of it is dope, I think, and I'm happy with this, how this page has turned out, and there's gonna be more shit and everything like that, but that's where we're at right now. So I thought that was kind of a cool little thing to do. And then that's kind of the MJS site work that I did there and everything like that. I published AM and PM, promoted it, got some gas, played some hockey, and watched Snowden. Now, I will tell you that you should absolutely watch Snowden. I will try to, let me see if I can get the link here. Snowden on Netflix, right here. I'm gonna do it in a different tab this time. There we go. But that should be linked directly to Netflix. The Snowden documentary is incredible. It's kind of scary. If it's all true and everything like that, it's kind of weird that, government's probably watching me through this right now and I can't tell. So that's kind of funny. Yeah. Block your webcams, I guess. I don't know. It's changed, I'm sure, but the documentary is interesting. You should definitely watch that. I didn't know about it enough when it happened. So, and that thing's like 4 years old, I think. I think it was in 2016. So I guess I'm just late to the party on some of these documentaries and shit. It's not a documentary. It's like a true story movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, good actor, good guy. Okay, and then Friday worked at Ray's. Came home, showered, dinner with Sarah and my grandmother. Nice. Then I took a nap, I guess. And then I played MTX Mototrax. Now, if you don't know what MTX Mototrax is, you haven't lived. It's an old computer game that I played. It was pretty fun. Go check that out. Let's just fucking type it in just so we can all see. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's fun. It's like... It's not for PSP, but that would have been interesting. What the fuck happened to PSP? People just didn't want to play that anymore? Interesting. But yeah, it was for, I have for, like I said, computer or whatever. But it was kind of a cool game. Let's just maybe see if we can see like a picture. It was like Travis Pastrana. That was the big thing back in the day for me. You could do different races. It was honestly, I'm gonna rant about it real quick. Like just rave about this fucking thing. It's a really cool game for the fucking time. This is an old ass game. I don't know, when did this come out? When did that say it came out? 2004. It was an incredible game for the time. Like the graphics, whatever, so. But the idea that you could race like motocross, you could race supercross, you could go to freestyle events, like not really best trick, but like best freestyle run, a couple different events and stuff like that. And then also there was like free rides where there's 4 different places that you could free ride, and one of them is Travis Pastrana's fucking house that they built in this game. I mean, just cool shit like that. Just very innovative and very awesome for the time. And it's still a good game. I mean, it still plays, well and whatever, but just interesting. I really appreciate stuff like that because I didn't appreciate it enough as a kid. Like I was playing it and I was like, I'm a little kid, I'm a little idiot. And it's like now it's like that's really amazing that they did this shit back then. And that far back now, it's crazy. But yeah, I played that a little bit. And then AM the PM reCAPTCHA. So like I've just been getting actually way less now. I think it has actually worked. Each website that I build just gets bullshit spam like through the contact form. So I've been going back through and like doing reCAPTCHA, which just basically limits that a little bit more. So that's kind of worked. Just doing that at any time. The FBP ambassador. I'm working on this program. I'm going to share it here because why the fuck not? Because we're right on the cusp now of we've got 2 pioneers of the program at this point. I'm going to get a couple more at least. And it's going to be pretty cool. It's slow but surely. And, I'm not sure of the right time or in what order I should all do this. I mean, maybe we're still waiting on the trademark. I don't know what the status is. I haven't checked in a few days. But it should be right around now where they're assigning it to somebody and it starts the process. But yeah, so working on it. But I want to show this FBP ambassador program. I don't know if now is the right time or in a little bit here because there's a little bit to it, but we'll work on that in a second. More client site work. Again, I don't even know what client that was. I'm working with like a few right now, so working on that. I sent a pic of my garage because we need a backdrop for a video that we're going to do. Buddy of mine reached out to me and we're going to do that here. So I don't want to spoil too much of that too. Cause like, that's kind of a cool thing that's coming, probably next few months or whatever, but it should be interesting. We'll see how that goes. I'm very excited for it. And then we worked at Ray's, shower, shave, nap, the whole fucking 9 there. Had some dinner, more client site work cause we work at any fucking time of the day. Watched 30 minutes or less. It's kind of a funny movie with Jesse Eisenberg, I think is his name. You watch that on Netflix too. I'm not going to link that one because it's just a random funny movie. You can go. You can watch that if you have some spare time if you haven't seen it. FBP MailChimp. So If you've ever signed up for anything in your life, like like a newsletter for Alpha Elite or a newsletter for any sort of company or whatever, there is normally like a nice welcome email that they send you that kind of just says like, hey, welcome to the family, whatever. Here's some things you can do, shop, this, that, the other thing. So I designed a really nice one in there. MailChimp's gotten a lot more sophisticated, and they just had a new builder, kind of layout thing. So that's kind of cool. I was excited to see that. Made things a lot easier, a lot nicer. So worked on that. So if you, I think it's all good. Like if you literally go to FBP right now. No, I don't want to open all those tabs. Just want to open the one. If you go to Fueled by Progress right now, which I think this is, let's do this here. Log out of this so it makes more sense. And there we go. Okay. So if we go back here, if you go here to fueledbyprogress.com, throw that in the chat there. This is the website, obviously. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there is a little thing. Oh, I clicked something. If you go down here where it says don't miss out, it just says like enter your email and subscribe. It's just the notification list or whatever, the newsletter. We don't really have too many newsletter things that goes out. We're not going to bombard you by any means, but it's through MailChimp. And if you do that, you should get a welcome email right away, and it'll show you like basically more just kind of the website almost, but in an email. So again, if you have a brand or you know somebody that has a brand or whatever, it's a cool way to do things. I'm not really the biggest fan of like email marketing because I don't really think that it has like the biggest bang for your buck, but it is something that you might want to be cognizant of as you do stuff, because a lot of people do get their message across a lot by email. Even newer brands, like it's just it's a tried and true method. At least one of the ways you can directly target people that have opted in. So. But yeah, we'll come back to that. Sunday worked at Ray's, played basketball with a new friend. Found a new friend up at the park. That was nice. Just connecting with people. It's fun asking people. Kind of like what's their story and stuff like that. I always love that type of question. Just doing those types of things. People are generally nice if you're nice to them. So just networking, I think is always important. Shower, dinner with Amanda, more client site work, probably at like fucking 10 p.m. I don't know. Watch The Time Traveler's Wife with Amanda. This was right the day before Memorial Day. That was an interesting movie. Didn't really like it. Yeah, I can't remember it specifically, but it was weird. It didn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm sure I would just need to watch it again or something. Did finances and actually purchased DocuSign. I had it before, and they gave me like some sort of like discount or whatever on like an annual plan, so I went and got it. Highly recommend that. If you have a need for DocuSign, fucking amazing. I've only used it once, and it's so great. You just set everything up. You shoot the documents out to the party, and you can do like multiple people. It's great. And they sign it. It comes back to you. Everybody gets a copy. It's awesome. No printing shit. No signing stuff manually. It's dope. Highly recommend. Monday, had some breakfast here at the house because it was Memorial Day, I believe. Bookkeeping for the businesses and stuff like that. Filmed the AM and the PM with Amanda, and then filmed an FBP podcast with Amanda as well. So that is right down here. FBP 81. Big gap here. Probably going to be another fucking big gap just because I am a jackass, I guess. We just need to do a little bit more here, obviously. But it's tough. I mean, I want to continue to schedule more people. And obviously there's a bunch of people out there that I would love to have on and love to chat with. But I don't have an excuse. Like, I need to figure out, like I'm just working on other shit. I don't know what to say. So, yeah. And then I had a call with my buddy Josh Santiago, which is actually, I think he was on here. He was like 74 or whatever. But good dude, has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. And we just talked about, like, DaVinci Resolve and things like that. Great creator there. he has a lot of awesome like obviously YouTube videos, but just like that's what he does. So I'm definitely not a videographer, but I like to help any way that I can. Just continue to network, continue to provide value. So that's kind of what that call was. I played some more basketball and got some milkshakes with Amanda because we like Milkshake Factory and they should sponsor us. So yeah, we haven't reached out to them yet though. I'll keep you updated if they do sponsor us. Tuesday, more client site work, processed FBP, played some more basketball, made my sister a birthday card, and played some hockey. So it was pretty straightforward there on that day. Wow, my shoulder is tight. Don't subluxate your shoulder. I hope I don't need surgery to fix this. Wednesday, we processed AM and the PM. We upgraded the FBP cart. I won't go too much into detail on that, but it just made it a little bit better. Anytime I find like a new plugin or a new tool on WordPress that can make my sites better, I'm always interested to try it out, and that definitely did. Just made the experience a little cleaner, a little nicer. Just that's what I do. I try to stay moving forward with those types of things. Published FBP, promoted FBP. Looked at Amanda's Twitter and LinkedIn. I want to make sure that her kind of social media and stuff like that is. I want to help her with her brands and her things like that she's got going on. So she's got Amanda's inspiration, and that's something that she's been passionate about and such. So working on that. Just did a couple tweaks there, and then like I said earlier, I made that Szymanski Media LinkedIn page. So that's just another thing that I have to manage, but I like it because it's gonna separate some things. If I have some people working on that or a way to do that, we just got to start building a fucking team. It's so bad. I need more help. And I have a full list right here. I've got a full list of delegations and jobs to do, and then I've got a full list of like titles of like basically job titles. Not necessarily saying that I'm going to take on like W-2 employees, but like I need these types of people. And then, yeah, just a lot of delegation that I need to do because I can't do it all myself. So working on it. We're working on it. Apparently I had some pizza. Nice. And then business consultation with a buddy of mine, helping him set some stuff up. It's going great. Excited for him. Took a nap. Nice. Talking points to Russ. So I sent over some points for that video that I was talking about with my buddy Ryan Rust. Excited about that. Just keep going the process there. Played some Simpsons Hit and Run. And if you haven't played Simpsons Hit and Run, it's the same fucking thing. Same fucking thing as I said about MTX Mototrax. That is a fucking gem of a classic. Played it on computer, and it's great. Just go check it out. And then like the reCAPTCHA thing, like I said, threw that on there for Amanda's inspiration. So we did that. Thursday, I think we're getting closer. We're getting closer maybe to the actual date here that we're on. Yeah, somewhere. So Thursday was a big day here. Something for Dad on Amazon, published AM in the PM, shower, Chipotle, ambassador form. I will show you that all at the end. I'm just going to probably wrap it up with that because it's a big part of everything that we're doing here. I would love some feedback from more people. But like I said, I definitely have some people that are already kind of getting into that. Blondie Locks, hey, how are you? Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. Ambassador form, what was I saying? Wrapping that up. Okay, yeah. And then promote AM and the PM. So we did that. Worked on that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But I appreciate you stopping by, like I said. So promoted AM and PM, haircut, and then Chimera. So Chimera is slowly becoming like a bigger part of my life. So I've talked about it a little bit on the stream before, but a couple buddies of mine actually, I didn't actually start this shit. They have like a warehouse. It's out in the East Hills of Pittsburgh. And it's like a hub for like music creation, video creation, photography, like all sorts of shit. And they are working on kind of like a big push to just have like a bunch of creators there and just like do all sorts of different shit. So I've been out there a few times, probably like 10. And I'm now kind of like working on like the website for them and stuff like that, just helping them with different things. Trying to get an idea of how they can continue to move forward and stuff like that. And the biggest thing that I've seen so far is like, it's really interesting to work with other people that kind of think differently than you. As far as like working with somebody in a group of people that are extremely talented and extremely extremely talented and also extremely like creative. And that's just something that like I'm not really like, I'm more like design oriented, or I'm not like design oriented in a sense of like I just randomly think of shit, but like I'm more like structured and like logical as far as that goes. So that's just kind of the first thing that I've seen. Did a review when I was looking for one of your videos on YouTube. That's how I find your Twitch. I appreciate that. Yeah, that Google Pay review. I don't know what the fuck. I put some time and effort into that, but I think I was late to the jump on that. I use that thing all the time though. I have all my, I should do like a video on like how I was like minimal and how I have adopted like a minimalist mindset over the past like 3-4 years or whatever. Because that is just like one small thing where it's like, I don't have to carry stupid little key tags on my keychain, or I don't necessarily have to carry my wallet if I was going to a place that accepted like, mobile payments like that. I don't know. It's just like little small things that, I don't know. It's just part of it, but I appreciate that. Thank you. We give you more cash back though, like credit cards, that is something like when they first brought that out, actually, side note, back when I had a Samsung phone, they gave you points for using Samsung Pay, but I don't think Google Pay gives you some shit now, like some certain little things for, I don't know. Let's see. So I don't even know. They had this like spring offer different thing, like where you could have like, you can invite friends and get cash. And I was trying to do that kind of like through that video as well. But I know they had this weird spring thing where like you could make money from this, that, or the other, but yeah, and different like rewards, but it's like cash back at like Poshmark, Burger King. I don't know. It would be really nice if they gave you more cash back. Cause like I said, if you think about that, that's like double dipping. If Google Pay gave you cash back and you use like a Discover and you got like 5% somewhere, then you could get multiple. Like, so yeah. So we're everywhere because, that's actually that's an incredible point. Samsung Pay, yeah. It didn't have, I have no idea how the fuck they did that, and I have no idea why other places didn't do that. But like I remember using Samsung Pay before the NFC thing was legit. Like that before that was something. It was like it would interact with the actual magnetic card reader thing instead of like these new ones where like you have like an NFC thing. And I didn't even realize for the longest time that you can I just did it recently where you can tap your card if it has those little like almost Wi-Fi looking waves on certain shit. I didn't realize that. Not like you'd want to do that necessarily if you were getting points from Samsung Pay or something from Google Pay or whatever. Because I think long term, the more you use Google Pay and the more like you use that type of stuff, I'm sure they're going to somehow reward you. Maybe not like upfront, but like I just feel like if you use it as much as you can, you're bound to run into a reward even. So that's kind of like the idea there. But Samsung Pay back in the day, that was crazy. I remember when I had that, and yeah, exactly like you said there. That's an incredible point. That I don't know how the fuck they did that, but that was awesome. That it could work anywhere. But yeah, so interesting there. Magnetic thing hardware isn't built in the new Samsung phones. Yeah, I don't get it. It's like the trouble with those types of changes in technology is that it just takes so goddamn long to adopt the new thing that by the time they adopt like new thing X, new thing Y is already out. And it's like, oh, well, I want new thing Y now. It's like, well, fuck. It's like, it's never going to catch up fully. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, so, going back to like Chimera and stuff like that, just if you don't know what that is, obviously it's not gonna make any sense. But I can grab the Instagram real quick just because I think that is important to share because these guys are on the come up, and I believe in them, and I'm excited to share my friends' cool shit. But yeah, even from just like the Instagram here, you can kind of see like they do clothing manufacturing, music studios, all sorts of different shit, photo shoots, video shoots, music videos, like all sorts of stuff. So yeah, go check them out, give them a follow, tell them I sent you. But yeah, so we got Chimera. How many Instagram followers I have? Not many. Like 735. Working on that, getting that up there. Quick thing about Instagram while we're here, because I like to just drop random tips that I can. The Reels on Instagram, great fucking thing to utilize. If you're trying to like get more exposure here and there or whatever, Reels are great. I've had some like little success from a couple here and there, but you know, you got to be consistent with this type of shit because like nobody's just going to see one of your things and be like, oh wow, this is great. And just, follow. Like you got to be kind of, a little bit more into it. But I had a few reels here and there. Yeah. So yeah, but that's where we're at. So we're doing that. Yeah. Posting the story, often, but yeah. So I'm pretty active on Instagram. It's funny because before I started doing all this stuff, I was not really active on Instagram at all. My personal one that I was talking about earlier had like 2 pictures on it, like nothing crazy. But when you figure out in life something that you're interested in, right? Something that you're passionate about and something that you want to work towards, you honestly just, if you want to just get that out there, it just becomes a lot easier to kind of like share that in any medium possible, I want to say. I mean, maybe some easier than others. Like maybe some people are better on camera, some people are better at writing. But that is something that I really have started to, I don't know, just care about and just do a little bit more. So I'm pretty active on Instagram, especially with the stories and stuff like that. And then obviously have all the other, Facebook and all that sort of shit. But just trying to spread it out. And then, I really believe, I don't want to keep harping on it, but I just really believe in like the website model being kind of your mothership for a lot of things. So I think I already dropped this in there, but markjosemancy.com, like this is like where if I could only send people one place, this is where I wanted to send them. Cause there's just too much shit on here. Like there's just so much shit on here already. And we haven't even scratched the surface. Like I fucking made my own like Wikipedia-esque page here. Just, in WordPress, So it's, it's kind of funny because like, I just fucking knocked off the Wikipedia page design, but it's, I just like to have fun, kind of be creative when I can. And this isn't even done, this whole story and everything like that. But this is the thing, this is the type of shit that I would love to see more people do. Because there are people out there way more interesting than I am and have done cooler things. And like, I, as a person, would love to know about those things. Like, I would love to know, like what people's like path, how they got to where they were, right? In like a career, for instance, right? Or their career path, or, the other things that they like to do in their personal life, or what were some of the tough hurdles. The reason I think we like celebrities is because we're like we're almost in, we're invested in their story in a way, right? And when you look at like Elon Musk, like, when I was building this, and obviously it's not done. When I was looking at it though, I was looking at like, what's Elon say? What's Jeff Bezos say? Like, I'm not comparing myself to those people, but what does that shit say? And what is that like? Like when you look at that, what's the vibe that you get from that? And, that's just, I don't know. That's kind of the idea and the thought process that went through my head. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to emulate that in a way. And I don't know. I just like reading about other people's stories. I like hearing about it. So I decided that I would kind of put mine out there. And I've tried to continue to do that. So that's just one piece of that. But yeah, so we did that. Where the hell were we here? I bought Amanda's engine filter. Still need to change that. FBP ambassador onboarding process. Need to work on that a little bit more. Went to the gym. Rare occurrence. Went to, on Friday, worked at Ray's, showered, went back to Chimera. Been working there a lot, like I said, on the website and stuff like that with the boys. Had some fucking socks delivered from the other thing, the ball hockey thing that you saw earlier. Then on Saturday, worked at Ray's again, synced some laptop files, just some organization stuff there. Had a return, press return on an Amazon thing that was damaged, and they actually said, don't even send it back. So that was awesome. Fixed the FBP ambassador form. Gonna get to that. Like I said, that's awesome. Better stick around for that because that's cool. Dinner with Amanda, filmed AM in the PM. Got a letter from my high school that I wrote 7 years ago. That's awesome to see that. I can't wait to look back on these types of things years from now and see, like, kind of how I've changed in the place we're at. But that was an interesting letter, very immature at that time. Right on the cusp of college, and it was an interesting read because I kind of put myself back in that place, and I was like, I definitely was more mature than a lot of other people. I've never partied, I've never smoked, I've never drank, to this day and stuff like that. I don't say that to flex. I say that because, like, that's just fucking that's a lay of the land. That's just what's happened. And I think that for some reason, I never did those types of things. I just never had that phase, if you will. But, like, I was still like a stupid kid, just making stupid jokes and things like that and all sorts of stuff. Hey, what's up, man? Appreciate you stopping by. And, like I was saying with this letter, like, it was really interesting. I say man, I hope you're man. I don't know. I think so. I think Ron Maples, man. But sorry if I do that. I just like, what's up, man? But I shouldn't assume genders. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that letter was interesting. If anybody ever has that chance, honest to God, literally write yourself a goddamn letter, put it away for 7 years, and then look at it later and see where you came and, see where you've come so far from after that. Cause that's a cool little experiment to do. Then I went to the gym again, shower. That was the end of that night there. I'm trying to get to the gym more. Like I said, got to rehab these shoulders. I'm an NPC. It's appreciate it, man. Sunday, worked at Ray's, showered, cut my nails cause they were getting long as fuck. This Lego meme. I gotta show you guys this fucking Lego meme. Where's this at? I should have put it somewhere else too. Oh, Inception. Look at that. Right here. I made this meme. So it's this Lego guy, right? And it says, what is your business exit strategy? And this is like small business owner. And the small business owner goes, die. And then they look at each other and the small business owner goes, well, back to work. This is like the funniest thing. It got like 11 shares or whatever, which is a lot considering I only have like 400 likes on this page and followers and shit. So fucking funny to me because this was like, it's so like indicative, I think, of the whole situation, like with a small business owner and shit like that. It's kind of funny. Yeah, this is directly inspired from like my grandmother and the restaurant and stuff like that. Cause like, it's like, we have no exit strategy. We're just going to work here until we fucking die, which I'm not saying that's like not a good strategy. Like, do whatever you want. I'm just saying that, like, kind of have an idea about the future. Like, think about it a little bit, maybe. Realize that you're not going to be able to work forever. And I don't want to work forever. Like, I want to do things that I love forever. And that's why I've tried to establish some passive income, types of ideas and things like that. And just trying to work on those types of things. So I don't know. That's where we're at. But working on it. But that was funny that I made that meme. It's kind of, that's blown up in my sense of the word there. Took a nap, had an NBHL game, lost that one in a shootout. That was rough. Did some more client site work because, again, we work at any hour of the night. Then Monday, worked on the Chimera site pretty much all day. I was out there with the boys. I bought... Oh, wait a second. We got to read this. I bought Bitcoin under your recommendation and lost the house on it. I'll be filing a lawsuit against you to get my money back. Sir, listen. I'm going to type this in the chat in all caps. Okay. Not financial advice. Okay. Nothing that I give as financial advice cannot be used in a court of law. Okay. Listen, you did that on your own. you did that on your own accord. And here's the thing, to go back to the crypto for a second here. I don't know where you bought at, but if you bought any time, like since I streamed last, like you didn't fucking lose shit, because it's literally just been bobbing up and down between $30,000 and $40,000. And it's a piece of shit because it's not like Bitcoin has not changed. The people's interest in Bitcoin has not changed. People that bought in high have sold because these goddamn whales that went in at lower prices have sold off all of their shit, and then they buy back in, and it just keeps going down and up, and it's total market manipulation by the people that have all the money. So don't sleep on it. And if you didn't sell yet, don't sell. Just buy some. This is not financial advice. But if I had no cryptocurrency right now, I knew what I knew, I personally would buy as much as I could. You can spread it out or whatever, but again, I would think mainly Bitcoin, I think is going to be, Bitcoin, ADA, Polkadot, Cardano, I said ADA already, Ethereum, those top 10s. You just buy and hold. That's what I would do. That's what I'm doing. So there's that. SafeMoon, look, you can buy SafeMoon. I think the buck, the train may have already left the station there. I think you might have missed the opportunity there. But that's not to shit on like these shit coins. Like, I don't know if right now is the time to buy shit coins, but there's a lot of people that made a lot of fucking money off coins that don't do anything. So I'm not gonna hate on those people because I didn't make any money on Doge. So, and I didn't make any money on SafeMoon or Elon's cum rocket to the moon. So I didn't do any of that. And I, missed out. Oh well. But be safe. Don't over leverage. Don't use fucking leverage. Don't use margin. Don't do that. And that's it. Went to the gym yesterday on Monday. That's like 3 times in a week. Like I said, that's impressive. Got to keep that up. Also downloaded, I don't know if anybody follows Christian Guzman, but randomly I'll throw this in here because I got some value from this. If you go to Christian Guzman Fitness, if you go here, okay, CG, if you go here and you go to his workout programs, and I'm subscribed to him, I watched his video, he just said this. I think it's still up. I think so. I think it'll be like up for like maybe like a few more hours. If you go to any one of these, okay, I got this one because it's 3 days a week. That's awesome, right? Add to cart. And then if you go in here and you do your thing and you click, there's a coupon code. And if you just type CG, you get it for free. So do that. CG. Code CG. CG. There you go. You're welcome. CG. I'm sure Christian's happy that I did that for him. He doesn't know who I am. But yeah, so I appreciated that. It's a solid PDF too. It's a bunch of good stuff. It's like a 12-page document, explains everything. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. It's not the first workout program that I've gotten for free too. I've also paid for some in the past, at least one, but I think I got my money back from that. So yeah. No, I didn't pay for it. No, I didn't pay for it, I swear to God. The only catch you could say is it's like a Shopify site. So when you go through, it's $20 normally, but you go through, you press CG, and then it's more for like the people that, wanted to do it, right? Or it's more for the people that watch his shit, but, I figure what the fuck. So I do watch his stuff. I saw that. It's only for 2 days. Like, it's only up for like 48 hours or whatever he said. But you go in there. The only catch I could say is like, if you're not willing to put in your information, it's still like a whole transaction. You're just, when you get to the payment part, you don't have to put in any payment information. It literally says it's free, just press complete order. But you did have to put in your information, like your, name, address, shit like that. You just didn't have to put in payment information. So if you don't want to do that, then maybe not. I don't know if like maybe you get an email from him, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's it. So, but yeah, that's cool. I got it. We'll see if I do it. Discipline. You can buy a workout program, but you can't buy discipline. That's what I'd say. And then on Monday too, actually had a meeting. I don't know how much I should talk about this, but he kind of put it on his Instagram, so I'm not gonna um I'm not gonna care too much about this. This guy, Marcus Allen on the Steelers, had a meeting with him and the boys at Chimera, because I wasn't really a part of it. I was just kind of there, and like I was kind of helping. And I want to tell a quick story about that too, separate aside. But he's doing a clothing line with the boys. It should be coming out, in a while or whatever. But he has Vibes Universal. Cool dude. Cool to meet like a Steeler. Obviously that's kind of dope. And cool to see the process more than anything of what it is to like create a real clothing line, get samples and things like that. That was an awesome meeting. I was happy that I was invited to join in on that. I don't want to say too much because I don't know what the fuck I should or shouldn't say about that. But I know that he posted about it on his story and stuff like that. If you go to his thing there, you can kind of see that and everything, but kind of cool. And I want to tell a quick story before we kind of get into this last bit of stuff, because it's about that and it's really important. And, I think it could be beneficial. When I was at my last job, the last job I will ever have, I was very integrated into like the core of the job. I was only there for 2.5 years. And probably I would say honestly by the beginning of, I was like, he looks great. Oh, different Marcus Allen. Yeah, I think it is a different Marcus Allen. I got that fucked up too. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, different. It was real weird. So my last job, I was very deeply integrated into the core of this company. Okay. So there's mainly like 2 people. And I was like kind of like the third. I was always in the meetings, right? I was always in like the meetings at the end of the day. Okay. If you've never been in this situation, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you have, then you kind of know, like you're kind of on the inside. You hear things before they happen, right? Because like you're fucking with the people at the top. So it's like you just get privy to information that a lot of other people in the company don't hear. And it's not necessarily bad things, but that's just the role that I ended up kind of falling into, because I don't want to say I'm a loyal person. And let me clarify. I am not the type of person that is just going to be blindly fucking loyal to you and, like for no reason. Like I'm not going to let you step on me or whatever. If I don't like the situation, I'm going to get out of it, right? That's what happened ultimately with this job. Like I wasn't growing anymore. It was fucking annoying and I wanted to get the fuck out of there, and I did. So that's an aside, and that's whatever. That didn't really have anything to do with the job. It had more to do with me. But the point that I'm making is when you show people that you work hard, that you want to continue to move forward and grow, whether it's at the job, personally, or whatever, and you are, there's a better word for it. Honest is a decent one. It's not necessarily loyal. Like you're loyal, but in a sense of you're not a piece of shit. Like you're not going to lie to people. You're going to be honest. You're going to be hardworking. You have integrity. I think that's a better way to put it. You'd have to be a serious motherfucker to think that, you'd have to be an idiot to think that somebody is going to be loyal to you unconditionally, especially in like a professional environment. Like I am not going to be like, if you don't scratch, like, I don't want to say if you don't scratch my back, I'm not gonna scratch your, like if it's not reciprocated well enough, or things could just happen. Like I would never expect, if I bring somebody on, I would never expect them to fucking work for me like until the day they die. Like do whatever you want. Like if you're working here, awesome. Let's work hard. Let's get the job done. But if you want to leave, dude, I'm not gonna fucking stop you. That's the type of leader that I want to be. But the point that I'm trying to make here, okay, again, maybe roughly, it's difficult. I found myself on that inner circle, we'll call it, circle of trust, relatively quickly at my last job. I have found myself on the inner circle of these new endeavors that I have, these new friends, these new different entanglements and things like that, even quicker now. And it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. I'm happy about it. Just very interesting to see that is a recurring theme in my life, and I'm happy that I've established that type of character and that type of reputation, and I'm able to do it in like an efficient way that people that are really, it seems to really resonate with people. I'm very excited about that, because that is awesome to see, and I just want to continue to push that idea and that concept, as many other things too, but like that one specifically as well right now, to a lot of other people, because when you have those things, integrity, work ethic, transparency in the way that you communicate, honesty, like all these different things, people just give a fuck more about you. Like they want to be around you, Good point. As a boss owner, why would that person want anyone to stay who wouldn't want to be there? Be likely showed up in their performance and attitude. That exact scenario happened to me. I didn't want to really be there anymore, and I was starting to like show signs of it. The thing that I am actually the worst at is hiding my emotions when I feel like shit. Like I would hate to go to that place, right? And I would hate to like be in that situation. When I'm unhappy, when I'm actually unhappy, I cannot hide it. So that's just how that played out. But the point that I'm making, obviously, and like we said there is, that it's I don't want to call it a skill, because it's like a medley of things. But if you can concoct that type of a character and just really, it comes from giving a shit about people. And I often, I don't want to say often, but like I sometimes get also labeled here and there. I'm not like super, like not a lot of people like fucking know me and all that sort of stuff. So like it doesn't really happen that much. I haven't had like big problems, but like sometimes people see the things that I say or the worldview that I have, and they think that I'm selfish. I would say that I'm the furthest thing from selfish. I think that, but I do think in the world and the way that you live your life, you have to put yourself first. And I don't mean only think about yourself. I mean, if your shit is not taken care of, you cannot help anyone else. So that is the reason. And if you're having like a terrible day or a terrible fucking life, then you're only going to spread more negativity and shit to other people. You're not going to influence anybody positively. I truly believe that. I've seen it in my life, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I decided I'm going to get my stuff in order. I'm always going to try to continue to get my stuff in order. And along the way, any way that I can help somebody, any way that I can positively impact people, that's what I want to do. And it's been working out fucking fantastically for the last year and a half. So I'm going to keep doing it. But yeah, it's actually funny because I thought I coined the phrase, and I might have, and people might have stole it from me. It's the beautiful metaphor of like when you're on an airplane, they tell you to put the fucking mask on yourself first before you put it on other people. That is the greatest metaphor for life I've ever thought of. So simple, but so impactful. Do that, and you will never have a problem. It is not about only you. It is about you first and other people along the way. So I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, so that just my thoughts. Again, love to hear from other people as well. But it's been working out, and I think it's great. So off the soapbox a little bit there for that. That went way haywire. I was just talking about a meeting with the Steeler. But yeah, there's all that. Played some hockey. Tuesday today, I had a meeting with Novo. If you don't know Novo Bank, you can go to markjosephsmansky.com/Novo. But it's a business bank. Great bank. Let me just drop this link in here because this is a hugely important page, I would say, for anybody that is trying to do anything remotely. It doesn't even need to be entrepreneurship or anything like that. I all the things that I have used in the value pieces that I've had, like all different pieces of software, all sorts of different shit, I throw it on this page, and I send a link out to whatever it is. Some of them are affiliate links, whatever. And these are all the things that I use, and I truly believe in, and I love, and they make my life easier, so I want to share that with people. The reason I go to this page specifically is because down here there is Novo Bank, and that's, oh God, there we go. And that is a business bank, and it's totally online. Might not be for everybody, but I enjoy it. and I am like one of their ambassadors. Like I made a 30-minute video about it. I've made a lot of money from, like, a lot, meaning like, I don't know, like that, I would say like it's $75 for every time somebody clicks and ultimately gets an account. So if you're somebody that has a business, you watch the video, you click that link that I just clicked or whatever, and you go to that and you open an account, I get $75. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. From Novo, not from you. But that has been great. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from people, and I have been like this conduit between the customer and Novo. And I had a meeting with them from today. Can't say too much, obviously, because we were talking about like new features and new like different ways and like basically user experience, user interface stuff on the app and all that sort of shit. So I'm very excited to be like, that's another thing. It's just create fucking relationships. Like just create good relationships with people and your life is going to be so incredible. I'm starting to see it already, like I said, and I'm just super excited about it. So that's kind of the whole point of that one. Did the finances today, personal work, stuff like that. Client site work, always working on those. Like I said, had some food. We're actually getting gigabit internet at our house. But I'm probably leaving my house here within the next like 6 months. So whatever, my family is going to benefit from that. But that's cool. Excited to always see like new technology and things like that. Just keep moving forward. That's cool to see. Played some basketball, 60 shots. Just ran around, shot some basketballs. Played some hockey, lost in overtime. That was fucking tough. And now we're here with the MGS Live. So here's the thing. I've been promising this for a long time. For over an hour and a half, I think, probably at this point. Jesus. But I want to talk about this real quick because this is I'm going to drop it back in here. I would really love if you ever support anything that I do, just check out Fuel by Progress, maybe give us a follow on Instagram or whatever. It is my, I got a lot of babies here in this, babies meaning brands, but I'm working on this one because this one means a lot to me because I truly am fueled by progress here, and I'm happy that this kind of came to me and we're all working on it. So, we got three things that we're working on: podcast, apparel, and community. Let me see if I can get that a little cleaner for you guys, a little closer. So podcast, apparel, and community. So we got a bunch of apparel. I won't go through like everything or whatever, but most of it is, relatively standard right now. Shirts, t-shirts, all that sort of stuff, shorts and all that stuff. Working on that. We want to make it a full line. We'll get there. Podcast, something that's pretty regularly kind of been straying off here and that, but we've got like 81 episodes. A lot of the first ones were kind of like me, kind of like just getting my feet wet and thinking about different things. And then we upped the quality and it's been great. I love having these conversations. Want nothing more than just to continue to do that for the rest of my life because I love it. That's truly it. We scroll down, we can see all that sort of stuff. Here's the thing, though. I've been hinting at this for a little bit. I've been talking about it here and there. I want to go over this right now because why the fuck not? There's this community aspect that's the third, prong to this. And within that, there's kind of three things too, like the FPP family, like people that are just like, like fans of the brand or this, that, or the other thing. I'm not sure of like the naming and stuff like that. Again, everything is a work in progress, but like the family. So we'll figure out kind of what's going on there. Just people that appreciate it. I'm thinking honestly will be great, cool as fuck to have there is people that buy the shit or talk about the podcast or this, that, or the other thing. They put it on social media. I will take those things and I will put it on like a page, like a big fan wall. I've seen some cool ones. Actually, let me go to it real quick. Because this is a great brand that I've seen. He's taught me a lot. This guy on here, our bods, like something like this, but maybe a little different. Was this the page that I was thinking of? It might not have been this page. Our story. This is probably closer. Our buds is probably a little different. I'll talk about the brand ambassador program, but this is almost more what I'm thinking. Like bunch of pictures, bunch of collages or different like things from like Instagram or wherever that people have like tagged us, like maybe some like some reviews and shit. that would be cool. This is the family of FBP. Like, this is the FBP fan base, family, however the fuck we end up doing it. But something like that would be fucking dope. So that is probably what I will kind of model it after in a sense. But, you know, so that's kind of the family prong. The team members is kind of cool. But that's people that are like kind of like on the inside. Like right now it's just like, you know, me and Amanda basically. But like, again, like a way, and this again goes back to the conversation about websites. You couldn't do this with Shopify. So like I built all this in here where it's like, these are positions and projects that I have to work on, and they're not done by any means, but like an FBP wallpaper, for instance, you like to apply for the CEO position. Okay. Yeah. Put in your application. But yeah, so like browse positions and projects. So like, for instance, like I want to make some more FBP wallpapers. We already have a couple, but I want to make more. And I'm not going to do that because like, I'm just not like, I'm not the person to do that. Like I'm not creative enough to just put random shit together and stuff like that. So that would be cool to do that. And like, you know, just commission some people to pay that or whatever. And then also commission them and also put let's look at it real quick, just so you get the idea of what the fuck goes on in my head. This is literally like a project posting. So FBP wallpapers, when it was posted, you know, department, all that sort of shit. Overview. Fueled by Progress has a few wallpapers that we have for free on our wallpapers page, but we need more. We want people to be out there. There's people out there much more creative than us. We want to pass the project along for somebody better suited. I give some details about like where the brand assets are. So like I have a full page of like all the logos and everything like that people can use. Examples from other brands that we've seen. So like some Gymshark, some Nike, just to get some creative juices flowing. And then keywords that you can use in there. So Fueled by Progress, FBP, let's keep going, stay fueled by progress. What's the alternative? Like all that sort of shit. And that coupled with the logos, you could probably make some cool shit. And then deliverables, like this is fucking sick, man. Okay, you can't say this isn't sick. Deliverable specifications, like exactly what I want. Like, you know, the resolution, aspect ratio for mobile, desktop, super wide, you know, whatever. Just make a document, make it that size, throw some cool creative shit on there, boom. And then compensation. So your IG handle will be linked alongside the wallpaper. So we'll put it on the site and we'll say designed by, or like, you know, this, your Instagram handle or whatever, because that's important to give people recommend, what's it called? Just like to say who does shit, recognition. And then we'll pay a fee per completed wallpaper based on the rate. So we'll pay and you'll get recognition. There you go. So that's like one of the ideas. Then we're also need some people to design this shit and like podcast, video editor and stuff like that. I need more of these. There's more stuff that needs to happen here. So that's just like one idea. But look, okay, so I've kind of gone off the rails here and it's been a long time. So here, I want to wrap up, like I said, with this. All of that, okay, this is the big one though. And this is the one that like, there's just the most process in this. The FBP ambassadors. This is going to be fucking awesome because I know so many people that are fueled by progress or live that mindset in whatever they're doing. And I'm super excited about it. And I've already got a couple people on board and I've got more people in the pipeline that said they're interested in it. And this is what it is. So it's Meet Our Ambassadors so far. It's just me, but like this would be other people. You know, I'll take myself off. There's other people on there. So it'd have like, if you were an FBP ambassador, there's a lot of other things you would have, but this is one of the things. You'd have a little profile. You'd have your name. You'd have what fuels you. You have, you know, you have where you're located. You have a little bio section. You have all your social links in here, your website, whatever. You got all that in there. That's your own little page on the website. So there'd be a bunch of these people, and you click on them. You could view them and everything like that. Let's say you're interested in becoming an FBP ambassador, or what you want to know what the program is about. Kind of, you know, still working on it a little bit, but these are the big things in here. What are the benefits? So you get a free t-shirt. You'll have access to new custom, you know, apparel releases, you know, direct access to us for ideas and stuff like that, promotional opportunities to, you know, be in videos and things like that, photos and all that. You'll have an ambassador code. So you get a unique code to share with your friends and followers. You'll get they'll get a 20% discount when they use the code. And when they use your code, you're going to get a 10% kickback. You'll get 10% commission on it. So that's awesome. Everybody wins there. You'll get, like I said, that FBP ambassador showcase. So you'll have that profile. You'll be featured on the website. Media presence. So if we take photos, all those types of things, we'll tag you in photos on the website or Instagram, social media, whatever. And then you'll have an account kind of on the website here that you'll be able to track all of your metrics for those ambassador things, and just like it'll be your account, like if you make orders or whatever like that too. You'll have all the creative assets and everything like that. If you want to do anything for the brand, about the brand, boom, you have all access to shit. Like this is some fucking Lululemon motherfucking level shit here that I've concocted by myself. I'm not trying to flex, a little bit maybe, but that is what I've done. Like I went through Lululemon, Alpha Elite, all these other like ambassador programs and stuff like this, did so much market research, and I've built like something fucking sick here that is all cohesive and in one thing. And I think it's just absolutely bonkers. So I'm super excited for the future of this, the future of the apparel, the future of the whole brand. But I really want to talk about that because I got 2 people that I need to add to the site and continue to work through the process with, because I want it to be seamless. I want it to be awesome. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. So, and then what do ambassadors do? I mean, follow us on social media, post wearing the apparel, tag us in it, submit photos if you want to be on the website and stuff like that, provide feedback about the program, and so we can better the experience. I mean, it's not hard, nothing crazy. Maybe those change over time where you have to do certain things, but that is where we're at, and I'm super excited about that. And then you click apply now if you want to be one. And I just revamped this form. I think it looks fucking fantastic. Personally, I'm super excited about the way that it's turned out. First name, last name, birth date, gender, phone, email, location, social links, photo of you, what's your passion, what's your bio, why do you want to be an FBP ambassador, and then how did you hear about the program? And then you submit it, and then this is where I am working on like the next level of this with the pioneers. It's like, okay, I got all that information, cool. Then what happens? Well, you're either accepted or rejected, technically, right? Rejected, I haven't thought about that at all. Let's think about accepted. So if you're accepted, then what happens? Well, then I have to tell you that you're accepted. FBP has to tell you that you're accepted and what the next steps are, and like some sort of email, communication or something like that. So that is the whole thing that I'm working on. So I have to, on the back end, I have to add them to the website on that thing. I have to set up the affiliate piece that, gets the code and everything like that. You have to share all that information with them. And then, just gonna make sure that all the ins and outs, I's are dotted, T's are crossed. I think I should also layer in there like a little agreement. I think that would be a great idea. An agreement for like, just to make sure that everybody knows like what this is. It's nothing crazy. Like you can back out anytime. Like you don't have to do anything. I just want to make sure it's like, yeah, you agree to this amount of this. And yeah, so I don't know. But that's where we're at. That's dope. I'm super excited about it. You'll hear more about it. And that's all we got. So I'm extremely tired. So I think I'm going to go to sleep. But this has been great. It's been a long fucking 3-week recap here. But I appreciate everybody that hopped through. Thank you so much. I am greatly appreciative. And that's all I got. So thank you as always. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.